Hey everybody and welcome back. Thanks again for joining me. Today we're going to build a corner bookshelf. Now this build is very easy, but it's also practical and it looks great too. I would like to have it here to show you, but the moment I hung it on the wall, my wife just turned into a decorative ninja and used it. So it's there, so you'll have to settle for this B-roll instead. Now even though this is a super simple build, I still had a massive brain fart during the finishing process that just went bad, okay? I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's stories out there of you just being a little absent-minded in the shop and making a silly mistake. So if for only my own entertainment, I would love to read those in the comments below. So please share with us your experience in the shop where you're just like, how did I even do that? I just don't want to feel alone in this. All right, let's get to the build. I'm going to start by setting up my table saw to 10 inches. Every piece in this is going to be 10 inches by 10 inches, so it's pretty straightforward. You only need 2 pieces of pine shelving for this. I'm actually going to use 3 because one piece I had a lot of damage on it, so I'm just going to select some better pieces out of these 3 pieces. This pine shelving comes in lengths of 60 inches by 11 1/4 wide, and they only cost, I think, $8 or $9 a piece, so it's relatively inexpensive. And as a bonus, with the leftovers, you can use them to practice your martial arts. But all kidding aside, save these pieces, they're going to be handy later on in the project. You can still play with them, but just save them. I'm going to cut everything to length at the miter station. And the very first thing I'm going to do is cut just a little bit off the end. Even though it's store-bought dimensional lumber, I just want to make sure that I'm starting square. Really the first thing I should have done was turn on my shop vac, but I didn't. Now that I got my dust extraction under control, I'm going to go ahead and mark my first piece at 10 inches. And I'll set up a stop block here so I can make repeatable cuts because you're going to need 10 of these. Next I'll take the 10 pieces over to my workbench and give them a good sanding. I really should invest in a standalone camera. I'm using my camera right now to video this, so I can't even listen to music while I'm sanding it. It gets pretty boring inside this head of mine. Just telling me the same old stories I've already heard 100 times. Oh well, maybe someday. Now I've got to take one of the pieces back to the miter station because I've got to cut it right down the middle. But before I do that, I've got to find my glasses. Alright, I got my glasses, so just one cut right down the middle. This is going to serve as the bottom and the top piece of the bookshelf. And while I'm at the saw, I'm going to take my super awesome martial art weapons and cut them to exactly 10 inches in length as well. I'm going to make about 5 or 6 of these. These will serve as spacers during the assembly part of it. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. I'm going to use wood glue and some 18 gauge nails just to hold it while the glue tacks up and I can get some clamps on it. You're going to want to move quickly but carefully here because you got to get some clamps on before the glue sets up. The next time I build one of these, I'm actually going to do it in halves and just glue up half at a time, and once those are all set up, I'll put them together. I think that'll just be a little more manageable time-wise. I was moving along a little slower than expected, so I decided to switch gears and start squaring things up and get some clamps on at least the first half here. I use my speed square and a clamp to get things squared up, and I can use those cutoffs that I made to make sure that it's 10 inches on the outside between the shelves, the same as it is on the inside. It's going to keep everything nice and tight while the glue sets up. Now while that's all nice and secure and setting up, I can move on to the rest of the shelf here with a little more time on my side. I didn't get a good shot of it, but once I got the last shelf done, I added more clamps to the back of the bookshelf. Before I install the last piece, I'm going to be putting a couple keyhole slots in this so I can attach it to the wall. And since this is only 10 inches wide, I'm not going to hit studs on both sides, so it really doesn't matter the placement of the holes a whole lot. But one thing to note is if you were going to put your first hole here, you're going to need the length of your slot to be at least this distance here. That way, when you get the screw in there, you can move it over tight against the wall. And with that being said, on your second hole, you want to make sure that you have the same length of the slot as this distance as well, or you won't have enough room to move both screws over equally. Once I got my holes marked out, I just headed over to my router table and put a couple slots in there. If you don't have a router table, that's fine. You can still use a hand router on this pretty easily. And if you don't have either, you can get some D-hooks or some other fasteners that you can pick up at any hardware store to make sure it stays up there nice and secure. Once I'm done at the table, it's just time to fasten this last piece on. And here you can kind of see what I meant when I said I had extra clamps on the back side of the bookshelf. And while the glue's setting up, that's the perfect time to fill all those little nail holes with some putty. Then I'll go over everything one more time with my sander, getting all the nail holes and glue squeeze out with no music. Just the the thoughts inside my head. I'm going to put a dark stain on this, and I'm purposely just doing the tops of these shelves. This is my genius idea that if I do these first, they'll set up in time so that I can flip it over and get the rest of it without messing it up. I don't know if that really made any sense or if it actually really worked, but I do know that in my attempt to be super efficient, I just knocked over a can of stain and made a big mess on my table. And here it comes, the big mess up. Look at that. Look at that hand. It's got white paint in it. Not clear coat. As you can tell by the look in my eyes, I'm very surprised and disappointed in myself. Well, it was quite a dumb mistake, but at least the repair is not overly complicated. I'm just going to sand the patch back down to wood or as close to as I can. Restain the whole area. Then move on to the clear coat. This time reading the label 3 times. And once that's dry, it's time to install it. And I apologize for the bad lighting, this is just a dark corner in my house. But what I'm doing here is I've got my 2 screws in the wall to fit my key slots. And I'm going to set them in there and give it a nice little tap, nice and tight against the wall. And as one does with every finished project, just take a step back and have a look at it. And with that, your decorative yet practical bookshelf is done. Well, I guess it doesn't really have to be a bookshelf. It can be an anything shelf. That's up to you. Either way, thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Till next time.